Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving straight into the engine room of real life English.
Hmm.
Forget the vocabulary list, forget all the textbook exercises. Today is all about functional language, the actual words that let you move through the world.
Exactly. This is a deep dive into social fluency, not,
Right.
not grammatical perfection.
Right.
The goal is to help you understand why a native speaker phrases something a certain way, which, let's be honest, is often way less direct than you might think.
Yeah.
This is the English that stops those little awkward moments.
So our mission is pretty sharp then. We're taking 6 absolutely essential daily situations.
All big ones.
Ordering food, shopping, getting around, making calls, inviting people out, and of course, surviving small talk. And we're just going to distill the most natural, polite, and effective phrases for each one.
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Let's start with what we can call transactional English, the language of buying things, where politeness is basically currency,
Hmm.
and there is nothing more common than ordering a coffee.
And this is where the first major pitfall happens. If you just translate directly from your own language, you might say something like, I want a coffee.
Seems clear enough to me.
It's clear, yes, but culturally it feels, well, it feels blunt, almost like a demand. The key here, and this is a theme we'll see again and again, is that English speakers try to minimize imposition. We soften our requests.
Okay, but I get the softening part. But what if I'm in a huge rush? If I just walk up and say, coffee, please, isn't that efficient enough? Why do I need to add, 4 extra words?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And yes, coffee, please, gets the job done. No one will be offended.
Hey.
But I would like, or can I have, is sort of the gold standard because it's just inherently friendly. It frames it as a polite request, not an order. But what's really interesting is how we collapse those phrases in real life.
So the colloquial stuff, the shortcuts.
Exactly. Instead of the full I would like, you'll almost always hear something much faster, like I'll grab a large latte, or can I get a large latte?
So using grab or get instead of have.
It's faster, it's more casual, but it still has that little layer of polite indirectness. It's not a direct demand.
So, okay, I walk up, I say, I'll grab a large coffee. What is the guaranteed first thing the barista is going to say back to me?
Immediately, they're thinking about logistics. You will hear for here or to go.
Right.
And that's not just a question about where you're sitting. It's about the materials.
Mm-hmm.
By giving you a real ceramic mug, which is for here, or a paper cup, which is to go. Your answer sets the pace.
A simple to-go thanks is all you need.
That's it.
Perfect. Okay, let's pivot to shopping. This is where I think a lot of shyness can kick in. You're looking for a size, the assistant is right there, but you feel, awkward interrupting.
That hesitation is so common. But you have to remember their job is to help you. The absolute must-use openers for engaging any stranger in a service situation is, excuse me.
And say it with a little upward inflection. Right, like a question.
Yes, exactly. It signals you're requesting their attention. You're not apologizing for bumping into them.
Okay, so I've got their attention. Excuse me. Now I need to ask if they have, say, a different size or a different color. What's the most direct way to do that?
The basic structure is your best friend here. Do you have this in a medium? Or do you have this in blue? It's a simple template.
Plug and play.
But if you want to add a little nuance, especially with clothing, a really good question is, does this run true to size?
Oh, that's a great one. That implies you know what you're talking about.
It does. It signals you're an informed shopper. And speaking of trying things on, you'll need the fitting room.
Or changing room. I've heard that too.
Right, they're interchangeable. So where is the fitting room is perfect. And a good follow-up, especially in busy stores, might be, how many items can I take in?
We've handled commerce, now let's handle navigation. You're lost. You're on a street corner. We know step 1 is the polite opener.
Excuse me.
Always. Step 2 is the actual question.
Right. And where is the nearest navigation? It's just so versatile. You can plug in bank, subway station, pharmacy, anything. But the real challenge isn't asking. It's understanding the answer they give you.
This is where the confusion really starts.
Yeah.
They throw out phrases like, go straight for 2 blocks, and my mind just goes blank. What even is a block?
That is a brilliant point. It's
Yeah.
a huge point of friction.
Yeah.
In North America, a block is generally the distance between 2 streets that cross.
Okay.
But the key isn't the definition. It's listening for the simple action verbs. Just focus on go straight, turn left, turn right. That's the core information.
So if they give me this long list of directions, and I realize this sounds like a bit of a trek, I need that one crucial filter question.
Absolutely. The decision to walk or call a taxi, really hinges on this one simple phrase. Is it far?
Uh-huh.
If they say, oh, no, it's just a 5-minute walk, you're good. If they pause and say, it's about a 20-minute walk, you know you need to find another option.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's jump from navigating streets to navigating a calendar
Yeah.
over the phone. Making an appointment, especially with a doctor's office or something, it adds a layer of stress because you can't see their face.
Clarity is king here. It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start with your purpose,
Yeah.
stated very clearly. Hello, I'd like to make an appointment. And if it's a big office, you have to be specific with Dr. Smith.
Then comes that scheduling dance. How do I ask about their availability without sounding like I'm demanding a certain time?
You ask about their openings. That's the key vocabulary. Do you have any openings on Tuesday? Or you could say, are there any slots available on Tuesday afternoon?
Openings or slots? Got it.
Those words signal an available time in a fixed schedule.
What if I don't need a specific person, but I just need to know, when the business is actually open?
Then you're asking about their general hours. What are your opening hours? Or even quicker, what time do you close on Fridays?
Okay.
And one last thing for phone calls, always confirm. Just to confirm, that's 2 p.m. on Tuesday. It prevents so many mistakes.
Okay, we're moving into the social sphere now. Making plans. This is where I think learners can often translate things way too literally and sound a little stiff.
Or demanding, yeah. The goal here is to make the other person feel invited, not pressured.
And the phrase that seems to cover almost every situation is, would you like to?
That's the one, the versatile king of invitations. Would you like to see a movie? Would you like to grab dinner? It's universally polite. It shows respect for their choice.
And with closer friends, you'd probably hear the more casual version, right?
Oh, absolutely. It would get shortened to want to grab lunch, which is just a fast contraction of do you want to grab lunch? You had to be ready for that speed.
So if someone gives you that great invitation, how do you accept?
The key is warmth, enthusiasm. That sounds great, or I'd love to. It shows you really appreciate them asking.
But what if you can't go? This is where people worry about hurting feelings. How do you say no, but, keep the friendship?
Okay, so this is a 2, maybe 3-step process. First, the standard refusal. I'm sorry, I can't.
Simple enough.
Then immediately follow up with a short, simple reason. I have to work, or I already have plans. But here's the most crucial part. If you want to keep that social connection alive,
The pivot.
you immediately suggest another time, but maybe next week. Or how about Friday? That one move shows them the problem is the schedule, not them.
That's such a good point. It shows you value the person, even if you can't make the event. Okay, let's tackle our last and often the most dreaded scenario. Small talk.
Ah, yes. The social lubricant. That light, friendly chat you have with a coworker by the coffee machine or a neighbor in the elevator.
Exactly. I can't just launch into a deep philosophical debate with my coworker every single morning. So what are the safe, casual greetings beyond just, how are you?
A really common one is, how are you doing? It's just a little less formal. But the real skill isn't the question, it's the response. You have to keep it light. The standard reply is, I'm good, thanks. And you. That last part, and you. That's where the magic happens.
That is the whole game. I love the analogy from our sources. Small talk is like conversational ping pong.
It is. You hit the ball back.
You have to hit it back. If you just say, I'm fine, and stop, the conversation just dies.
You've dropped the ball. You have to return the serve. And the topics are critical here. Stick to the safe stuff.
Yeah.
The weather, your commute, and of course the weekend.
The classic Monday morning question, how was your weekend? Now, if my weekend was totally boring, do I have to list off all the shows I watched?
No, absolutely not. Simplicity's your friend. It was relaxing or it was great. If you want, you can offer a tiny detail like, it was good, I finally did some gardening. But the main goal is to immediately pass it back. How about yours?
So we've covered the 6 big ones. Ordering, shopping directions, appointments, invitations, and small talk. What's the thread that connects all of these?
I think it's that cultural emphasis on indirectness and politeness, softening your language.
So what does this all mean for someone who's just trying to sound more natural? It seems like the core lesson isn't about having a huge vocabulary.
It's not. It's about understanding the social architecture behind the language. The goal is confidence. And that confidence comes from understanding the context. People will understand you if you're direct, but your ability to use that soft language, could you tell me, It signals respect.
It's about minimizing that feeling of imposition we talked about earlier.
That's it. That's what makes you sound fluent, not just intelligible.
And that confidence only comes from actually doing it. Every single one of these little conversations helps build that muscle memory.
It's practice. So let's end with a final challenge for you, the listener. You have these 6 scenarios. Your task for today is to try just one of these phrases, even something small.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you get a coffee, consciously try saying, "I'll grab a medium coffee to go, please." Just practice that one piece of soft language. And for a bit of self-reflection, think about your own daily routine. What conversations do you have every single day? Is ordering lunch, talking to your manager? Identify your top 3 most common interactions.
Because that's where you'll get the biggest return on your practice.
Exactly. That's where your most useful vocabulary lies. Focus your energy there for the biggest impact.
That is fantastic, actionable advice. Learning a language is a journey. Go practice, speak with confidence, and enjoy that smooth flow of everyday English.